All right, you are looking at Championship Court here at the Mesa Tennis Center, which for the last 3 days has really been turned into the Mesa Pickleball Center because we are here with the Pro Pickleball Association Grand Slam qualifier. And right now you're taking a look at center court, a rematch from an earlier match today. This is a bronze medal match, and what that means is that the winner of this is going to move on and have a chance to play for gold. And the loser of this match, they're going to go home with third place. Partners are warming up with one another, and let's introduce them. In the blue right now, with the white hat facing forward, that's Adam Stone. He's at the net, and his partner at the baseline in the blue with the black hat is Colin Johns. On the opposite side of the court at the net in the black and white is Tyson McGuffin. And also now at the net is his partner, Riley Newman. This is a new partnership for 2020, these two players. And earlier today, Newman and McGuffin came out on top in 2 straight games. Stone and Johns are looking to reverse their fortunes from earlier. I'm your host, Mark Renison, and in the booth with us right now, we have Johnny Pickleball Andrews. Johnny, welcome back to the broadcast booth.
Awesome, Mark. Thanks for having me. And can't wait to see the grudge match take place here in a little bit between Adam Stone, Colin Johns, Tyson McGuffin, and Riley Newman. Should be a really interesting battle. And we'll see what Colin and Adam can do, man. See what they can do differently, I guess.
Yeah, we have seen right now Johns and Stone have been on the court a little bit longer. They've had to work their way through the back draw.
Sometimes when that happens, it kind of plays to your advantage. You just feel that rhythm. And honestly, after watching their last match against Dave and Steve Deacon, Dave Weinbach and Steve Deacon, they look really sharp right now. And, Tyson and Riley, I hope they come out swinging a little bit because I know Colin and Adam are ready to go. And they're going to bring it to them a little bit. Colin and Adam were hitting last night. Actually, Colin was hitting with me last night, and we talked about it for a little bit. And he was very confident coming into today. I don't know how much he's played with Adam, but I know they've played a little bit together here and there. But it's a great partnership, and it might be a new one at that. Which is really neat to see all these new different pairings and partnerships that are happening, especially at this PPA Mesa, Arizona first tournament of the tour, first stop of the tour. But we do know, obviously, Riley and Tyson are going to be together for 2020 as they made that big announcement recently.
One of the things you see here right now as the players get ready, they warm up their serves, they're going to make sure they can hit as many balls as they can in the short period of time they have to warm up. They're also going to hit serves and returns, volleys. And it's really trying to prepare so they can come out firing on all cylinders.
Now keep in mind, this one's going to be best 2 out of 3 to 11. So bronze medal match, obviously back to 2 out of 3 to 11. So win by 2, obviously.
All right, as these players finish their warm up, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. And when we do return, we're going to see the first serve at 0-2.
Look, they love playing in front of you. Give them your everything. Give them your oohs. Give them your ahs. And how about the guys in yellow? Don't they look spectacular today?
Don Stanley's a stud.
What's the other guy?
Don Stanley Jr.
Don Stanley and Don Stanley Jr.
What?
Well, I have no idea. What's his name?
Are you serious?
No, I was kidding. That'd be funny, though. The guy looks older than me. Yeah. Wait, no. How many you guys have on the live feed? Cool.
We should be able to get up to 500, I think, for this one.
Yeah.
We'll see. We took the feed down, right, and put it back up, so. Are we back on? All right, and we are live back here in Mesa. Mark Renison along with Johnny Pickleball Andrews.
All right.
We're getting ready. Referees are going to get their final instructions. And for these
Speaking of dancing,
bronze medal matches, you're going to notice that there's 2 referees out there on the court.
tonight,
One referee who's giving the instructions right now. His job will be to
believe me.
call the score, make sure everything's on track, moving the way it should. And then another referee, in this case it's going to be Don Stanley, the head
Wow,
PPA,
the one and only.
the one and only Don Stanley. He's going to take care of the kitchen and all the non-volley zone infractions. So
Kindly grab your cell phones.
that way,
Search Pro Pickleball.
it's an interesting way they're doing it here with the PPA. 2 refs, no line judges.
See just how fun pickleball is. Here we go.
All right, looks like Riley Newman just getting a little bit of
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
attention over there, maybe some blisters on his hand. You can see him putting a Band-Aid on. He gives a thumbs up. He's ready to go.
Yes, sir. You over there too.
Yeah, getting that instruction from the referees up front. And we're going to get rocking and rolling here really quickly. And that's a quick turnaround for Colin and Adam, as they just came off court recently. Got to get right back at it. Sometimes that can be a good thing, as we talked about before, you know, but they're in a great rhythm right now, so let's get to it. It looks like Colin's going to be your first server tonight, as Riley and Tyson are going to be the ones closest to us. So now, since they've already played each other once, the strategy should already be in place for these teams. I mean, they should already know what they're going to be doing here, what the strategy is, and maybe how they're going to execute. So I'll be interested to see what they decide. Maybe, and also some of the adjustments from the first time. So we'll see what Adam and Colin can come up with here as we begin. Colin to serve, 0-0-2. Well, first we got to make sure that the microphone is working for the referee before we get going here. A quick adjustment with that, and I'm sure it'll get going here very quickly. And guys, I can't be Mark. Thanks for having me here. Johnny Pickleball from Naples, Florida. Happy to be here in Mesa, Arizona, at the first stop of the PPA Pro Tour.
You're welcome, Mr. McGuffin.
And especially doing this bronze medal match of men's pro doubles.
Yeah, it's going to be a real treat here right now. Looks like everyone's ready. Zero 0-2. Here we go. We're underway. That ball catches the outside of the line.
Yeah, that was close.
Tyson McGuff. Ooh, that ball even catches the outside of the line too.
Living on the edge to start, that's for sure. As we have our DJ out there, making sure we're
our
good to go.
sound engineer,
Yeah,
Patrick Sullivan Jr. doing laps on the
Mr.
court.
Jigsaw himself.
0-0-1.
0-0-1. Tyson McGuffin. Let's look for him to be pretty aggressive with that serve. A lot of spin, good depth on it.
Absolutely. A little bit of dinking back and forth. Colin going to try to push Tyson wide, calls it wide.
All right, that ball goes a little bit wide. McGuffin serving. Interesting right now. McGuffin and Newman really playing straight up so far, not stacking with one player always on one side or another. I expect as the match unfolds, that's going to change a little bit, where we'll start to see either some stacking or more likely some switching as the point unfolds.
Adam with a great reset. Riley going around the post. Let him have it, sir.
There we go. One of the things that Riley Newman very good at doing with that extreme forehand grip he uses, able to create a lot of top spin. In that case, that ball got wide enough, he could hit it hard, kind of curl it back into the court.
Another big serve from Tyson to get it going.
Yeah,
Nice attack.
Rob, feel free to chat with us here on Facebook, but I'll make a deal with you. Not allowed to chat with us until you hit that share button first. We think we can get this up to 500 viewers, but we're going to need your help. Rob Noonan, he hit that share button and says, Mark, enjoyed surprising you. Yeah, he was telling us yesterday he was watching on the 75-inch TV back home. And guess who I saw earlier this morning here on Championship Court? Rob was actually at the airport watching that, enjoying a few cold beverages. Sarah Yates Parker joined the stream. Great to see you, Sarah.
Sarah, what's happening? Hope everything's good in North Carolina. Welcome.
Jack Olmsted, the pickleball reporter, he's in the house. Hey, Jack, appreciate all the work you do helping people who want to go back and see some pickleball action that's already happened, not just be able to watch it, but find what they're looking for. So you do great work there, Jack.
And a couple great exchanges that past couple points here. Colin really stepping it up, going right at Riley, and Riley going right back at him. Colin's hands are so fast, but so is all four of these players on the court. You see them try to move Tyson around a little bit. Colin with a nice little reset back to Riley. And there's Tyson going back and forth. This is a great point. Going around the post. It looks like he got that one.
Tyson says, Riley, I like the one you hit, but I can do that too. Adam Stone's going to take over serving duties here at 0-2-2.
Little miscommunication, but they still get it over in a nice third shot.
There we go. So one more time. We saw this 2 times in the previous match with Dave Weinbach. If you're just joining us, confused what happened, that's why Don Stanley's there watching Kitchen Violations. Newman took a step forward in order to push off and jump up, but as he jumped up, that left foot that touched inside the kitchen never actually got reestablished outside of it. And that's why you have pro referees like Don Stanley there to catch those errors.
Yeah, and a great aggressive play there by Adam Stone. Now it's going to push it to 2-2-2. Adam to serve. Colin, nice third shot drop. And now we get into it a little bit. Oh, Tyson with trying to go for another ATP. Actually hits the bar on that one. So heat check, possibly?
Yeah.
Is that, I mean,
3-2-2.
makes you wonder. It looks like the cross-court dink with Tyson is part of the strategy here a little bit. And just moving them around, I mean, essentially. And back over. Great rally here. That's a great shot by Colin. Very aggressive to take that ball low, but still was able to flip it up right at Riley and catch him in the left shoulder. 4-2-2. Adam Stone to serve. Little run here by the boys in blue.
And with that ball in the net, that's going to be the side out that Newman and McGuffin were looking for. 2-4-1, here we go. Going to be seeing aggressive serve here. Hoping to get something that sits up a little bit high like that, but Newman can attack. Colin Johns solid off that forehand volley, able to not just receive it well, but play it back with some speed. It's going to force Newman to take over serving. 2-4-2.
Definitely doing a great job of rolling that ball down. But Adam misses a return from Riley there. And we're at 3-4-2 here. Tyson was going with a very aggressive move to get Riley in there. And a little wide on the block.
Got a feeling right now that for the most part these two teams are still sort of feeling each other out. One of the things that they'll be doing is to see, is there anyone that seems like they're a little bit off their game, missing some shots that otherwise they would make, someone that they can start to pressure a little bit more. So you still see the ball distributed pretty evenly.
It is, and actually both teams are actually pressing a little bit at each other, just at different moments so far. So, but pretty even off the bat.
There you go. Adam Stone comes out on top in that exchange against Riley Newman. One more time using that strong high backhand volley. If you are watching, be sure to say hi to us. It's Mark Renison here along with Johnny Pickleball Andrews. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know where you're watching. And if you're having a watch party or something like that, take a picture of it and send it by message here to our friends at Pro Pickleball. Love to share your pictures with everyone else.
Colin to serve, 6-3-1. Again, going right at Riley.
There's that
Very
backhand.
aggressive play by Adam.
All right, these players are going to take a quick hydration break, and that is powered by Jigsaw Health. It's fun to feel good. We're going to be back with more from game number 1 here in Mesa, Arizona.
Not today. Break's over. You dropped something.
That's a wicked backhand.
I don't need to know they hit across court king. I can see they hit across court king.
Yeah. Not do the play-by-play, just go through it more.
Yeah, just kind of let the players shine. We can let them do their thing, and then in between we can offer why did they do it. And we're back. Mark Renison along with Johnny Pickleball Andrews here.
What's up, guys?
Championship court here at the Mesa Tennis Center. Right now you're looking at Colin Johns getting ready to serve to Tyson McGuffin. Johns and partner Adam Stone. Seven, 3-1. And with that point, we've got 8-3-1. Johns and Stone trying to add to their lead.
A great put away there by Colin. Nice play there. Stone set that up, so he's got the back person always needs to get the credit. The setup person. Sometimes they don't, but you got to give Stone some credit there.
Look at that low slicing return.
There's your low return.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
There we go. That ball goes into the net, and Stone and Johns feel like that is a point that they had on their paddle. There's going to be a quick break. We're going to be back in a moment more. Game number 1 here in Mesa.
the bronze medal match.
I got your new paddle.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Could you sign it?
Yeah, I signed all those.
That's not your signature.
That is indeed my signature.
But I did not see you sign it myself, personally.
Okay.
Maybe just a...
And we're back live here. Mark Renison, Johnny Pickleball Andrews. 9-3-2. Colin Johns and Adam Stone. They've got a lead here. They've got to be happy with, Johnny, after losing earlier in the day to McGuffin and Newman.
Oh, absolutely. You can definitely tell right off the bat that they've switched up possibly some strategy, made some adjustments, and really coming out firing and really aggressive at Riley and Tyson. Going right at them. And there's a long dink rally that was won again by Colin and Adam. Playing very well right now, very solid and in rhythm. That one set up a little too high there. Riley, easy, nice easy put away. 3-10-1. And too much power on that overhead by Adam Stone. Let me go into the second server here, Mr. Tyson McGuffin. see if they can get something going here, possibly make a comeback.
With the ball in the net, that's going to be a side out. And here we go, 10-3-1. Chance to take game number 1 here. There we go, and that ball finds the inside line. Adam Stone, strong backhand volley. That's going to be game number 1, 11-3. Adam Stone, Colin Johns.
Coming out swinging, really on fire, on rhythm. Let's see if they can keep it up. And
all right, we'll be back in a moment with more here. Game number 2 from the Mesa PPA Grand Slam qualifier.
University of Rochester, New York.
Slightly favored backhand. But hand-eye coordination.
refs lost in the sauce. Yeah, I think. Yeah, they're gonna keep going hard.
And we are back live on Championship Court here at the Mesa Tennis Center. Mark Renison along with Johnny Pickleball Andrews. And if you're just joining us, game number 1 just finished. Colin Johns and Adam Stone, they won that first game, 11 points to 3, decisive fashion. And you got to think, Johnny, that right now, Tyson McGuffin and Riley Newman, they got a little bit of sun in their eyes. That's not going to be to their advantage.
No, it's not. And right now, you know, with Adam and Colin coming right at them, I think they're going to continue that and just keep firing at them and just, you know, taking the chance of those hands exchanges, just the hands battle. You know, I think as soon as they see an opportunity, they're going to start firing. They have full confidence right now after the last victory against Steve Deacon and Dave Weinbach, and tell you got Riley and Tyson on their heels a little bit.
And with that ball, which goes into the crowd, Marcia Frezzo looking like she could play shortstop for the... She can play shortstop just as well as she can ref. Marcia Frezzo, one of the top refs in the game.
There it is again, going right at him.
That ball finds the net. Adam Stone taking a bit too much of a swing on that ball. Was coming pretty fast. Catches it a little bit late. And with that, McGuffin serving at 2-0-2. Beautiful time of night here. I guess it's technically not night, it's 5:11, but it's beautiful. But you do see some pretty severe shadows coming across the court. The player who's in the left side, right where Riley Newman is right now, they're going to have to contend with a little bit of sun in their eyes, which is not going to make it easy. 0-3-1.
Again, Colin going right at Riley, keeping him in front of him and just attacking nonstop as soon as he finds the opportunity. And he's winning the exchange right now, most of the time, Mark. It's pretty impressive. More of the same to come. Let's see if Tyson really starts to interject and step in.
Oh, Tyson got that ball hard in the chest.
As soon as I say step in, he did. He stepped into the ball.
Yeah, look, you know, one of the reasons that, you know, that's so unusual, Adam apologized. Tyson said, look, I know it's okay. He's not trying to hit him in the chest. Not because Adam Stone's that nice a guy. I mean, he is.
Yeah.
But that ball, had Tyson been able to get out of the way of it, that would have landed about a mile long. So strategically, it's not actually smart to hit the balls that hard, chest high at the player, because that ball is typically going to go out. So does catch Tyson in the chest. He'll have a nice souvenir here from this tournament, regardless of how this match ends up.
Riley gets that exchange. So back and forth, Riley and Colin go.
Yeah, I got a little bit of help with the net that time. I've got to say, my observation here is that in that pattern where we do see the cross-court going to Johns, and when he goes down the line at Newman,
Hey, he's just waiting.
well, and Riley doesn't seem like he's as confident stepping into it the way that we've often seen in the past. It seems like, you know, he's sort of back on his heels a little bit when Colin Johns goes for that down the line attack. And I mean, I understand why it's such a tough ball, but he and McGuffin are going to need Newman to be able to step into that as a strong counter rather than a defensive forehand.
Absolutely. 4-2-1. Riley to serve, 4-2-1.
Yeah, Linco's asking about something we mentioned earlier. When players get into cross-court dinks, you know, you'll see for the most part, not always, look how right now, when that ball goes cross-court to Adam Stone, look how Colin Johns stays put. He's going to hold his ground there, see where Colin is, only comes over a tiny little bit. And the reason is that they're confident when they get pulled out wide like that their partner is going to play a satisfactory dink, one that stays low enough, tough to attack, and that the person hitting the dink will have enough time to recover back to the middle to cover that hole. And so you'll see for the most part that they don't move as though they're tethered. There may be a slight step left or right, but they're not going to stay the same distance apart the whole time. See where Tyson is now. He's going to sort of hold that position even if Riley gets pulled out wide just a little bit. See where Tyson is on that. So now if you were at home and you're not playing with one of the pros, you're playing with someone and you look across and say, and they're likely, we'll stay with this stream right now. Johnny, if you're playing with not a pro and you think, hey, there's a pretty good chance that they're going to pop this ball up, then yeah, it does make sense to slide across with them to cover that hole where the ball will be redirected.
Absolutely.
But what happens is as you're sliding over to cover that hole in the middle, you're creating a new hole back where you just were, that position you left. And what these players can do, they're so good at realizing if the partner has slid over to cover the middle, they're now vulnerable on a cross-court reply. So typically what players will do, the pros, they'll stay at home. One person will go out to deal with the ball out to the sideline. The other will have confidence their partner can play a good dink. They'll stay at home, maybe take half a step toward the middle only. And
yeah, they'll go to the point where their paddle can essentially pretty much get to the middle line, but they're not moving at all, so they can come back and get that cross-court dink that's obviously going to stay low.
Yeah, but it's not the kind of full tether. Sometimes I heard someone say, imagine there's a metal bar between the two of you and you always have the same distance apart from one another. It's not what you see when you see these pros. Look where, especially Ben Johns, has so much confidence in Adam Stone. Look where Colin Johns stays. Yeah.
Colin,
it was
really
bound to
you made that
happen. It was
comparison.
bound to happen.
Great exchange happening right now. There you go.
Adam Stone, there's that backhand again, so strong off that left side. Colin Johns looking to return. Expect a lot of spin on this return of serve, even off the forehand side. We're almost at 450, everyone. We'd love your help getting our live viewers up to 500. If you haven't done so yet, please hit that share button. It just takes you a second, and it'll make Johnny Pickleball Andrews so happy if we can get to 500.
I think that would be amazing. I always wanted to see the number 500 pop up here at the bronze medal match. Most definitely. I think that would be great. And actually, what a treat to have these four players with such fast hands going back and forth at each other until Adam Stone is on fire right now and really playing well, Mark. And you got to start to think that maybe, trying to move players around or make an adjustment here late by Tyson and Riley might not be such a bad idea. Because right now, Adam is just pressing and pressing.
Well, and we see there they do go to Johns. He does miss a makeable ball. 3-6-2, Adam Stone to serve. Good deep serve. Just catches the baseline.
There's Adam again. Right on cue.
Yeah, I like what you're doing. I mean, one of the things that happens is as you slow things down, you give your opponents more time to set up the way they want. So even if they play a dink or a drop to Stone and Johns, that's going to give time for Adam to get to the ball. Whereas if they speed things up a little bit more, especially if they go at Colin Johns, Stone is going to be less able to intercept those balls and keep that hot streak going. Again, they continue the plan.
Yeah, get Adam out of the way, keep him honest over on the side, then go at Colin. But now we see back to...
I mean, part of it could be, Johnny, is that we've seen that pattern that Johns and Stone have used well, that down-the-line attack at Newman.
I think they're trying to set it up so it can actually be, back to Adam for his forehand to put away. Always easier said than done, obviously, just to keep it away from somebody's strength. But these guys have a remarkable way of doing it.
There we go, and that's got to be the beginning of a confidence builder for Newman. He hasn't been on the winning side of those rallies very often. We're going to go to a quick hydration break powered by Jigsaw Health. It's fun to feel good, and we'll be back with more Game 2 here from Mesa.
All right.
In pickleball, the last thing I want to think about when I'm playing is cramping or if you're able to perform 100%. Last US Open, I was playing singles and I was feeling like my right calf was getting really stiff. And I was just like, okay, how can I help my body to perform better? When I start taking Jigsaw products, I'm going to have energy, I'm going to have good endurance, and I don't have to worry about me being tired or I'm going to cramp, so I can just play 100%. You only have one body, so you need to take care of it.
Pickleball addicts. Is this a good day?
Yeah, right.
Make sure you get to Facebook, go to Pro Pickleball. Let's share this live feed so we can get this up to 1,000. This is a bronze medal match. This is a good match. Good football going on. Fast hands like this, big. Put your hands together. Adam, Colin, Riley, Tyson. Let them know you love them all.
All right, and we're back live. Mark Renison, Johnny Pickleball Andrews here in game number 2, 7-4-2. Riley Newman serving to Colin Johns.
That's a great drive by Riley to set up a 1-2 punch. His personal shake and bake.
Gotta wonder whether after the break or during the break, that was one of the things they talked about. We mentioned it here, is that maybe speeding things up here a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's take a look and see.
Yeah, Riley started gaining a little bit of confidence here. And right on cue, as I say that, he puts one behind Colin and kind of rolls it down the line. And a little momentum.
There we go. But so even though that's a miss, that ball goes out. Newman can't be happy about that. To me, that's a good signal. That's a sign. Like, he was aggressive on the ball. He was moving forward on it.
Yeah, he's feeling good.
Took a bit too much of a swing, and that's a bit different than what we've seen. There's another example, him stepping into that counterattack. If I'm McGuffin and Newman, I'm thinking that's a good sign for them, a sign of confidence. And we see all of a sudden, there we go, even more confidence not to hit that ball. So interesting here to see whether Stone and John start to stay away from Newman a little bit, trying to cool him off.
Last hydration break, do you think Tyson might have said a little pump up verbiage to Riley, get him going a little bit?
It's tough to say.
Never know, but he's moving a little faster, moving a little better, and looking alive a little bit.
5-9-2, Adam Stone serving. And once again, Riley Newman, confidence enough not to hit that ball. That's something that, if people are feeling a little bit shaky, they'll start going fishing for balls they shouldn't. So again, to me, that's a good indicator that Newman's starting to feel a little more solid out there.
And sometimes, obviously, Mark, when you sit, and I'm sure, I don't know how long Riley and Tyson have sat for a while here, Colin and Adam just came off off the court. They're ready to go. These guys might have taken the first game and said, okay, you know what, we're going to feel our way back into it, and then we're going to let loose and get rocking and rolling. Obviously, they didn't anticipate probably losing the first game, but they might have came out a little flat. Now they're starting to find their rhythm and groove.
We see now Newman on the right side of the court, heads up against Adam Stone, and Adam Stone knows something about playing heads up. Professional poker player.
Yeah, that's right.
There's a great counterattack. Watch out.
That's a great exchange and a great finish by Adam Stone in his forehand once again. Riley just couldn't pick it up, but again, these exchanges have been great. And see if these guys can force a game 3. Tyson and Riley playing much better this game. Around the post from Colin John, comes up a little short and wide. Colin to serve here. 5-9-2.
Right,
guys,
sounds like a few of you are experiencing some technical glitches here. We're going to do the best with our team here to fix those. Sometimes it's on our end, but more often than not, it's not. But we're going to see what we can do here. We're going to keep bringing you the broadcast as well as we can. That ball goes just wide.
The good news is for Johns on that one is he hasn't won the last few exchanges, so again, confidence booster for sure. Boys in blue, hanging tough.
6-9-2.
Tyson coming up with a great play on that one. I mean, pretty simple, great hands, great redirect. And they're pumped up right now. All momentum going in the way of Newman and McGuffin in this second game. Best of 3, bronze medal match.
And there's that down the line attack off the backhand side after 3 or 4 cross score dings. Tyson McGuffin changes the direction, catches
Flips that ball from about his
10-6-1. We've got a game point here. That ball almost goes. No way!
Out of control. That's ridiculous. A two-handed
No
backhand
way.
from the
You do not
baseline
normally see
around the post.
A down the line third shot drive that goes around the post. Yeah. Yeah.
That's good. He was at the base. That's funny.
I know, I saw that, yeah.
Courtney always says that stuff. I said that
My
all
goodness.
the time.
Every pickler's favorite thing. Game 3.
Somebody's got to do a replay of that.
Game 3 for the
They
Bronze.
were having a problem here.
Tyson and Riley battling back.
Absolutely.
Adam and Colin digging deep. Finding the strength, the energy. You guys, let's give it up for all of the tournament participants here at the PPA this weekend. And guess what? Tomorrow you can come back and watch singles. How many of you play singles regularly? Yeah, me neither. That stuff is crazy. But it'd be fun to watch.